Hey everybody, Jay Barrino here, welcome back. We're continuing Skibbity Tempest Rizzler here. So, GDF campaign? We're still in Iceland? I would love to watch the briefing from the GDF leader. It's nice that the leader, the top guy, is coming in to talk to me about my low-level assignment.
Commander, still in one piece. Nice work, but we're not done here yet. Stand by. I'm patching you through to R&D. Dr. Francis wants a word with you. Dr. Francis, this is the one I told you about.
Just a second, Colonel. Ah, good. You're the one operating near Fljótsdalshérað, right? Anything and everything related to Tempest research goes through my team. And Iceland has Tempest in abundance. We have over 24 harvesting jobs over there. And evidently the small military presence the Council deemed to allot us isn't anywhere near enough. The Dynasty wants the Tempest. I need you to keep them off our harvesters. Think you can do that?
You think you're better than me because you can pronounce that place, huh? Also, what? Is there something I should know? Like, should we all be wearing masks in this establishment? Or I think we're talking to her through, like, a video screen. But it's a little unnerving when it's like a person comes and is just casually chatting with a giant filtration system on their face. And you're like, should we all have one of those? What's going on here?
First time working in the field with it? Vines are usually what catches the eye first. But it's the pods that are the highest interest. The fluid inside carries an incredible potential for energy conversion. Clean and extremely efficient. Power that grows on trees. Far too hyperbolic for my taste, but you get the picture. I know Carmen and writhing, the Tempest looks downright nightmarish, but we found it favors areas of high fallout saturation for a reason. As it spreads, the radiation readings go down. Still, we have a lot yet to learn. I have biologists working on its cellular structure. The interesting thing is, it looks like a plant, but it's not. It's not even eukaryotic. Our harvesters extract the Tempest fluid directly from the pods and carry it back to the refinery for processing, and is added to your credits. The refinery can only store so much, but you can use silos to store the excess. Harvesters are shielded to prevent the buildup of Tempest charge, but take care of how you position your other vehicles. A charge plays havoc with electronics, and most vehicles aren't graded for proximity to the Tempest. The Dynasty does things a little different. Instead of a refinery, they use those huge mobile rigs.
You ever think maybe we should do that too? Or maybe make our vehicles able to withstand it a little bit better? If that's kind of the central theme to most of our combat? Just forget it.
The juice is used as an energy source. It's combustible, but the easiest and safest way to harness the energy is with simple electrodes. You don't have to worry about that, though. The Tempest you harvest is accumulated as credits, which you can then use to construct a base and build your forces. From the way the Tempest interferes with unshielded tech, it also shows potential for use on the battlefield, with charged imbued shells. We're currently field testing these. Before research was suspended, prior evidence indicates that no part of the Tempest formation is edible.
I'm just being facetious, obviously.
Good. Take care of my techies out
Good.
there. If you'll excuse me. Colonel.
Commander, I'm sending your troops to reinforce a base that just went dark. Push the Dynasty out, repair the base, and get our refineries back online. If the Dynasty are here for our Tempest, harvest as much as you can before they can take it. The nest has been kicked. Let's see what comes crawling out.
Let's make some money, baby! Okay, we've got doctrines now. We have 2 doctrine points. I've never wanted anything more than 2 doctrine points. Provide comms, 40%. What? I don't know what providing comms means. Structures are called down and built 20% faster and return extra money when sold. That sounds quite nice and probably pretty good across the board. If marking expires on an enemy unit without it dying, the player will gain 1 intel. I'm going to be real, we don't have enough use cases for intel to know how valuable it would be to generate more of it. I mean, we could just sort of assume that that is good, right? We want as much intel because presumably we will have reasons to use it a lot later, but right now it's like I think only the medic turret used intel and nothing else, but it was only mission 1, right? So without really a reason, we're going to go ahead and take this. Also, I notice eventually we're going to get some resets. Harvesters move faster and gain 20% more health and heal 5 per 2 seconds. Well, that sounds nice. Heal up after a little harassment here and there. I mean, I'd have to go through all of these. Lasers have increased damage and tag enemies as being marked. See, like, the whole marking and intel seems super duper important. What I don't know is the comms stuff. Comms range is improved. It seems like air power related mostly. Drones, okay. Interesting. Air control tower, comms rig, beacon, drone command unit, and drone command unit. Is that the same as just the drone guys we had? Drone lords? Rocket lords, essentially? Again, this is like all about intel down here. Let's see. Comms rig now generates build radius when deployed. Truthfully, just having faster harvesters for faster economy seems like a no-brainer just to start, and then as we get a little further in, we understand which of these would be better. We go for those. Gonna check the armory now. Oh my goodness, we have 2 slots to assign. Air units gain health. We don't have any of those right now. We can't afford these because they take 3 slots. Size 2. Well, I guess we can do size 2 and 1, right? But can be equipped. How about that? Oh, yeah. Okay. All infantry units heal themselves over time when not in combat. Look, they're throwaway units. I guess it depends on the mission, but I don't think that's necessary. We can really only afford one of these anyway. Being within 500 range of any infantry unit will tag an enemy as being marked. That sounds pretty good for those grenadiers that just run up and throw grenades with no other weapons. Drone units fire lasers instead of micro-missiles. Ooh la la. And then laser weapons gain bonus range. We can only really afford one of these. I don't think there's any combination. We could do like an 800 and a 700. Infantry units gaining more range. Oh, okay, cool. So we can actually build opponent units by just researching it here. Due to advanced training techniques, all vehicles are trained as hardened. Vehicles. Seems like we're still with infantry right now. We can... You know, I'm actually leaning towards going the increased sight range and then the laser drones. I'm sorry, no. The infantry scanner package. So it leans a little bit into the whole... Wait, we can't because this one is 2. Just forget it. I don't know. I don't know what if and what of any of this is good. I don't know, man. Pilot repair training. Vehicles will naturally regen health. I'm gonna take the infantry scanner package. Just because it's gonna take up both of our spots, but also it saves us a little bit on requisition, so that if I regret my purchase in the future, I can just go a different path. Deploy, please. It's a nice long setup. I love having to decide on that kind of stuff. Hide the mouse cursor during cinematics, I think. Never a bad idea. Not a big deal, but never a bad idea.
You picking us up, Commander? Entering zone of action now. Let's get to the base. Weapons at the ready. We don't know what's out there.
The riot van can carry up to 6 infantry units at a time. Its riot suppression ability can stun enemy infantry for a few seconds.
Okay, so they can't shoot while in there, but it's just, you know, they're APCs. Cool.
Affirmative.
Stuns enemy infantry.
Standing by.
This is just a sentinel. Turn on that marking projectiles, please. What about this here? Oh, just unload. Okay.
What do you need?
Is this auto-casting? I think it is. It's marked as auto-cast. No, I think it's just shining because it wants me to use it.
Heading in.
Okay, having 2 things selected means they will all use the ability at the same time. That's acceptable. I just needed to make sure that that was indeed the case. Take the high road.
Ready to roll. Received. Ready to roll.
Yeah, what does it look like I'm doing using marking rounds? It's not my first rodeo. I've played mission 1. So I think the flamethrowers are basically the what is it? Is it the Tempests?
Received.
I mean, the resource is called Tempest, right? But what's the enemy faction called? Their version of Grenadier is the Flamethrower Lord.
Location set. Hit him.
Dude, give me that intel. We don't know what we can really use it for, but we're gonna use it, okay? Does this take intel? Okay, the suppression system takes intel to use. Would you look at that? Alright, I'd like to deliver my troops, please. This is very important.
Roger, command. Let's go.
They're waiting for us out there. Didn't you see that one guy in the convoy earlier? He got a message, and they said, hurry up.
Kick it. On the road. Roger.
I'm 6 days from retirement. Unload troops to gain firepower. I'd love to.
What do you need?
Z?
Let's roll.
Z?
Everyone on.
Well, I gained firepower, but no longer need firepower. Get back in.
Ready for pickup.
Get, hello? There we go. Okay.
Everyone buckled in?
There's the base! Enemy sighted!
Get in there. We gotta save them.
I see him. Kick it.
Unload.
To go.
Unload. We got grenadiers. We got field scouts. So I think maybe focusing on the tank is not the appropriate way to do it, but that's fine. We're here. Hello?
Thanks for the rescue, Commander. We weren't gonna last much longer.
Good job, Commander. I have the base back online. Let's get that Tempest harvested.
Let's get that Tempest harvested. Is that the guy? Is that the... network units gain advantage against marked targets. Okay, all right.
Commander.
How do we make sure someone is marked? Is that the guy from XCOM? Is that guy from XCOM? The guy? What do we got here? Construction yard. We're building. We're building with... okay, give me a barracks. Vehicle bay is available now. Silo is available now. Maybe we make that second refinery like we were doing before, just so we can harvest a little bit faster.
What do you need?
Repair is I. And now we have a barracks. Do I have a way to repair vehicles yet? I have a repair bay, but I don't have enough credits. Got to get those credits up. We can do something like this. Get ourselves a second truck. How much do we get per return? Does it say in here? On reds, let's read these. 10 intel for the suppression. Yes, we know what marking. Yes, unloading. Units like the Hunter tank are networked. This perk gives bonus damage.
Ready to
So
roll.
this guy, the Hunter tank, is networked.
Affirmative.
Secure the area for support beacon activation. Use an engineer to place a guard tower in the target area. Over here. Do I have any engineers?
On your command.
Without zooming in, it's actually really difficult to tell the difference between these, this infantry. Like, it's not a big deal, but I really just can't tell. Alright, come on, buddy. You're almost there. I guess I could send him back now, but it's fine. This is why we're going to make a second one. We have silo. I guess we could sell the silos because we can't use... Can't use them.
Construction complete.
Yeah, just do it.
Our base is under attack.
Can I get down here and help? You stay back a little bit because you are... low health.
Our base is under attack.
Get him, Grenadiers.
Right there.
Okay. We'll let that return, and then we'll sell, and then I was going to get a... repair bay, but I need a vehicle bay first. Certainly can't hurt. Let's get it. And then we're going to sell this. Get a little bit of money back. And didn't we take the thing where we get a little extra money back as well? Or is that like the next tier that I didn't take?
Pickup crates located. Acquire crates for immediate credit influx.
Dude, I love nothing more than picking up crates. Believe you me.
Construction complete.
Okay, then we get a repair bay, and then I would like to get an engineer.
Training.
Utility trooper repairs vehicles, removes mines, can steal enemy structures, can deploy guard towers to protect allied troops. Okay.
Construction complete.
Okay, let's repair these fellas.
On alert. What do you need?
Oh, and they go into the little bays. That's cute. Okay. Very nice. All right, Mr. Engineer, come on over here. We're going to have you build a thing. Disarm mine on autocast is nice. Deploy guard tower. Capture. Okay, we'll put that there, though the Gatling turrets...
Anywhere you say.
Okay, well, I deserve that. I wasn't really looking.
Secondary objective accomplished.
I was focused on my secondary objective.
Ready for pickup. Ready to roll.
Are these just walls? Okay, they're just walls that are... Can I repair walls? I can repair walls. Okay, we're repairing. This stuff is now repaired. Defend your base while gathering Tempest. Well, we're almost done with gathering Tempest. Securing the area sounds pretty nice.
Primary objective accomplished. Silos detected. Destroy them to disrupt enemy economy.
So generally APCs are mostly just so that you can
Standing by.
get across the Tempest. It sounds like Tempest...
Commander, it looks like there's some larger Tempest fields in the area. I'm linking you up with a support beacon. Use it to build up structures away from your base. Secure the Tempest before the Dynasty can.
Okay, that's handy. And we're going to run out of power here. So we put that down and then come on over here and build that there. Can we pause this structure so that we can... Here, we can power it off before it finishes? No, we cannot. We're about to go unpowered. Let's just turn this off.
Construction complete.
Okay, we definitely need some anti-armor here. So maybe we can go ahead and make some drone operators.
Construction complete.
So do we garrison people inside of this? Is this the case?
Sir?
That is indeed the case. Is he consumed to repair? No, he just repairs. Okay, cool. Turn you back on.
Come in, Commander.
Go ahead and get repaired.
Received.
Unit ready.
So we have sentinels, we have hunter tanks, and they deal punishment as bonus damage and range against marked targets. Riot vans. So we do a sentinel hunter tank combo so that we can mark targets. And then we can go and destroy the Dynasty silos. I think that is appropriate. Meanwhile, defenses, offenses,
Unit ready.
doctrines. Okay, so we went full economy on this. That's cool.
Unit ready.
Awaiting orders.
Let's grab some credits here. And we need a satellite uplink. Still learning what all these structures are and where they are in the command card and stuff like that. It's going to take some time to get used to this. I'm thinking we want to grab a second vehicle bay. And then grab another... Where are you? Where are my turrets? Defenses. That's the one.
5 man. Target spot.
And then you're right. This is Command and Conquer-ish. We have a global repair.
Grants access to upgrades for some structures. Select a structure to view available build pods.
Unlocks the Riot Pod, which provides access to the Riot Medic. Well, we know medics are okay here, so it certainly can't hurt. We got our drones. We might have enough to just go and win, honestly. I don't know yet.
Construct low power.
Don't speak to me about low power. F1.
Constructing.
And then...
Ready to roll. Kick it.
Construction complete.
Yeah, with this amount of tanks, I mean, we won't know until we go. We're also on normal, so I suspect we'll be okay. Something's happening.
There's a damn rig on the ground. The Dynasty are taking the Tempest.
Engineers can repair vehicles, disarm mines, and construct guard towers. They can also capture enemy structures, train an engineer, and capture the Tempest rig to deny Dynasty harvesting.
Okay, let's go and do that.
Heading in.
The servers need me.
Structure upgraded.
Are these all on autocast, or is it just telling me to use them?
Unit is under attack.
Sentinel here. Splendid.
Can I run these guys over?
Unit lost.
You got it. Roll out. Closing
Indeed.
Standing by. Roger, Commander.
I'll be honest, I thought that I auto-attacked, but instead my units just sort of rolled up. Engineer very slow, gonna take some time.
On your command.
You guys go ahead and focus down the tanks, please. You can stay out of the van, that's fine.
What do you need?
Nice little auto-repairing there, and then you go ahead and capture this. It seems like my units don't automatically attack enemy structures unless I tell them to. That's handy. I think my infantry is actually immune from the Tempest. It's the vehicles that are the problem, and I shouldn't have destroyed the little things, I guess.
Got it.
I'm in. Enemy rig secured, Commander. We should construct our own silos before we run out of Tempest storage.
Standing by.
Okay, I'm busy. Hang on, we have global build. We have global build, Jay Barino. What are we doing here? So we go to vehicles and we rally here, and we make a bunch of hunter tanks, and we're in the Tempest right now, and then we make a bunch of sentinels,
Training. Cancelled.
and then we rally here, and then we hit V again, and then we rally here. No, we hit Y again, and then we rally here. Yeah. Oh, look at that. We're automatically making...
Base is under attack.
Okay. All right, I can get behind it. We got them locked down here. Let's just sort of chill over in this direction.
Ready to roll.
They have an anti-vehicle buggy thing here, so that's not good.
Understood.
Let's back up here, get repaired.
Silos required.
Making tracks.
And then we want to build a silo under buildings, and then F4 silo, and then F4 silo, and then build some more power.
Unit ready.
We have grenade turrets, though I'm unclear if those are... Let's check. It says it's anti-infantry, so that's unfortunate.
Constructing.
I will build one, but it might have a slightly better range at least. Meanwhile, we have infantry. We come on in here and we make...
Training.
Just, you know, just build some guys. It's fine. We got plenty of money right now. Vehicles still queued up.
Training.
Hunter tanks. Y. Sentinels. And then I want the Sentinels doing marking projectiles. And then we could build a couple engineers just to repair us in the field.
Training.
I'm definitely seeing some value here in, Oh, wait. We do this? And then we do... And then we do this? Oh, he knows how to use global powers. Watch out. He knows how to use them. Can I rotate my structures?
Unit ready.
Because over here I notice these things are facing a different way.
Is under attack.
Solving there, Commander. On the road.
Training.
Infantry.
Okay, I feel confident that I had rallied away from that area up there, but, you know, we could also look into getting... Oh, I thought I did. Where can I make my riot
Construction complete.
person? It said I could make the riot person. Resource crates, understood. Just gotta be on the lookout for those, because they sort of blend in. Support beacon, satellite uplink. So do I need to make a riot van and it like comes with a riot medic? Or just the riot medic simply isn't available for us? I think that is the case. Yes, repair me. Yes!
Training.
Yeah, just make some field scouts, whatever, it's fine. Is this gonna be like a, you know, mass the medium tank situation, or?
Unit ready. All cancelled.
We can make some normal sentinels too, that certainly can't hurt.
Unit ready.
I like these little harvester, I like these little baby guys, and they're built automatically from the Tempest Rig refinery.
Unit ready.
That's nice. Again, this is a situation where we got like plenty of money. So as long as, again, we want to be rallying
Unit ready.
over here. See, I have one selected, but I think you have to click the actual structure if you want to move your...
Unit ready.
I'm pretty sure you have to click the actual structure if you want to change your...
Training.
Yeah. That's the only way to change your... there's no global way to change your rally points. Maybe that would be a little too good. I don't know.
Standing by. Ready, sir.
You think we could probably just auto-attack into this? You think we have enough?
Unit ready.
I feel like they're going to be pretty hard up to hold this back, but we'll see. Wow, that single infantry can absorb like 1 million.
The base looks heavily guarded. Is there another way in?
Brute force is the only way in, my friend. We just target down the turrets. I mean, I understand they were literally just telling me to look for another way in, and that's how you played the original Command & Conquers. You found cheeky ways to just avoid the front defenses and the insane enemy overbuild. But not today, sir. Not today, sir. We just build and we build and we build. Destroy the gate. We're rolling in. You just gotta make a bunch of tanks, man. Just right click, just move inside. Just move in the base. And destroy the obvious Hand of Nod allegory.
On your command. You got it. Acknowledged, command.
Can you imagine shooting a flamethrower at a tank? Let's just do this. Alright, let's move in.
Ready, sir.
These guys doing less upfront anti-structure, anti-armor damage than I honestly would have expected. I actually think the drone operators might be a little more cost-efficient in terms of simply straight-up damage. They're obviously way, way, way more vulnerable.
Good job, Commander.
Okay, we've done it. Intel mark 98 units over 1 mission or match. Complete the second mission of the GDS campaign on any difficulty alongside all of its bonus objectives. You'll love to see it. Continue. And then we see it light them all up just to make sure we got all of our requisition points. I mean, is there a way to be sure that, like, yes, we got all the available Doctrine and Armory points? It just says that we got a plus, but not against what was available. I just assume if you do all the bonus objectives, then you get everything that's there. So let's maybe check our Doctrines and our Armory and stuff. Hang on, where are we going? Where is this? You just sent me into a red zone before I could... The camera moves so fast, I gotta know what general area we're in. Alright, surely it will tell us, right? So we have a new Doctrine point. The comms rig now generates build radius when deployed. The comms rig. Is this just a structure that lets us expand our build radius, or... The beacon and all building sites have 50% additional health. The beacon now lasts twice as long. Dropping marking mines. If marking expires on an enemy unit without dying, the player will gain 1 intel. So let's kind of move through these. Lasers do increase damage, which could synergize really with drones doing laser damage. Reduces the cooldown of enemy unit ability, which costs intel. So this, it seems like intel is like you're using your active abilities a lot. And as you notice, the way that I just finished that mission by just bull rushing through the front by building an absurd number of units because I'm on the normal difficulty, perhaps this is not the tree for me. But, I mean, I think I should probably experiment a little bit more. It's similar to, like, Red Alert 3, where every unit has one specific ability, and they're actually very situationally strong. You just have to actually use them. You just have to have the diligence to actually use them. Marked enemies attack slower and take 15%. I mean, this is great. This has nothing to do with using intel. Any unit structure which costs intel is more health. I mean, across the board, that's not bad. Network weapons deal an additional 20% damage against marked targets. All right, again, I take everything I just said back. Actually, this tree is based. It really has very little to do with actually using those abilities, except some of these early trees. I wish I had more context around what the comms stuff even is. Drones have more HP. We know what that is. All drones rebuild faster. And they gain networked. Honestly, that in combination with this would be really good. All infantry units have the comms bonus unless the player is in low power mode. What is the comms bonus? What does it mean? Marked enemy units are now silenced entirely. All drones are invisible until they attack. All units that passively stealth are now stealthed until they attack. I kind of like the intel route here. Support powers being cheaper also sounds really, really nice. All right, I think we're gonna go straight intel. The passive bonuses here, if you lean into the marking, is really, really good. And you just got to make a bunch of buggies that apply the mark, which we did this last mission. And our infantry in general, I think, can apply it if we get an armory upgrade for it. We already have it, actually. Actually, I think that's what we were seeing come into play. That's why we were able to mark 98 units or whatever in a single mission. 1998, I think, is the idea there. Okay, so we have only one slot, or we can get a +3 something. Due to advanced training techniques, all vehicles are trained as veterans. Okay, so maybe not spending requisition on the hardened, but going straight to veterans, so you don't spend as much requisition as you need to, certainly doesn't hurt. The first aid kits is one of those things that it would seem nice, but like if we have enough money to rebuild units, just let them die and make new ones. It's not a big deal. Or you could just make those riot medics eventually and throw it on the turret. All drone units fire lasers instead of micro missiles. I like the sound of that, and we're going to be moving towards that. And then we go laser focus. All infantry gain sight range. I think we should pick a build and kind of stick with it, kind of go along those lines. And if we're going, I mean, we've got the rockets, but now we've got the drones, which doesn't quite have the same ring to it, but, you know, maybe we go that route. Let's take this and throw that on there so that our drones are now shooting lasers, which I hope have the same efficacy versus armored, just maybe a little extra damage, and then we just go heavy drone lords. I think it's a solid start for the next mission. Cool. Well, hey, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.